Oh, hello. So, as I did like 2 tutorials now, I wanted to do another one for the upcoming week, or the IMPC. Again in the Mclaren GT4. I think it's my favorite car running at the moment. So basically I did the lap, which was a 1.34.153. I did it with the setup from CSS. I did change the wing on it to 5 instead of 3, which it has. I felt more comfortable in the middle sector with it. Everything else stayed the same. So starting the lap here, staying on the left, instantly trying to turn in, and as you can see, I'm braking on 100%. I'm really utilizing the ABS here, and I need this ABS to get the speed out of it. And basically my braking marker is, that's the 100-meter mark, and you go like 20 meters further. You see me braking a little bit later, turning in, and I actually fiddled with this one as well. What I did was I tried the wide line, I tried the shortest line, and ended up doing both. I tried to clip this curb, bleeding off the brakes a little bit, trying to hit that curb, and if you go on to throttle too soon, you will wash out to the left. So be careful on this one and be patient on this corner. And Okayama is actually a track where being patient pays off way more than being aggressive on it. So building up the throttle, trying to get to the right as soon as possible for the upcoming left-hander. And here there are not really good braking markers, so I ended up using the right-hand side of the building. Once my hood would pass this building on the right, I started braking. You see me lifting off the gas and trying to brake, and being very gentle on the brakes and just bleeding it off a little bit by bit. The trick on this corner is don't steer in too soon. It almost feels like you're steering in too late. And once you do so, you will get, if you turn in too soon, you will wash out to the right and get on the gravel. So try to, well, turn in later than you expect. Build up the throttle a bit, halfway through with lifting, and completely flat out again. Take the shortest line. So I even clipping the grass here on the right to take the shortest line. And here we're coming up to the hairpin, which is a massive braking zone. And my braking marker is the 100 mark. Where is it? There it is. It's on the left. I start braking once I pass it and holding a tight pressure on it. And I noticed on this specific lap, I had too much speed going in. And this corner has a little bit of banking in it, which I'm trying to use, and you really got to throw it in there to get that banking. So I'm throwing it in there, and you see this. It's not much, but it's like 5 degrees, and you really need to utilize that. So I'm still breaking it in, and once I'm in the middle of the corner, I build up the throttle very quickly. There are more lines in this corner as well, so you see me going wide here, and this is faster than staying on the right, so try to use the track completely. And be careful on going off throttle there, because the traction control of the Mclaren might kick in, and you'll lose time. So staying on the left, just full throttle, obviously. And here you can brake on the 100 mark or a little bit before it. You see me starting to brake a little bit sooner. And this is, again, a really hefty braking zone. I'm trying to throw it in there, throwing it in again on the camber. There's camber on it. This has more camber than the previous turn. So I'm sticking onto the right, staying in second gear. And you can't see that. Why doesn't it work? There it is. Staying in second gear. And 100% brake, bleeding it off a bit, and then try to brake a little bit harder to get an extra turn in to the right. Turn into the right, building up the throttle, and I'm sacrificing this exit here to get a better run on the upcoming left-hander. So I'm keeping it as tight as possible, going to the right real soon, so I get a better turn in. I start turning in. Yeah, I start braking on. It is not really a braking marker here. I think I did this on here. So what I started doing was, when I passed this one, this pole, now I passed it, I counted to 1, and then I started braking and turning in very quickly on the change of the grass on the right. Staying in third gear and not in second, you will get more grip out of it. Try to clip this curb a little bit to get the extra turn in again. Don't go too wide, there's an X on the right, obviously. Try to utilize this curb as well, and the end of the curb is the point where you start turning in, and you brake once you hit this curb. So I'm braking right now, turning into the left. In this lap, I clipped this grass spot here. I tried that, it was faster, but it got a little bit sketchy. And you'll see me drifting out a bit on the exit. There's sketchy thing I was talking about. And this corner is the same as the last corner, I mean the second corner. Try to steer in a little bit later than you expect it to do. Just turn a little bit later. Turn in to the left. And try to get on throttle real quick. You can win massive amounts of times on this straight if you do a proper exit. Here you got the... Right there. So try to stay off the grass, obviously. And here I start braking. Where's my sector? Here I start braking right at the 50-meter mark, and it's a real hefty braking zone again. You don't expect it because of the short straight, but you have to brake really hard. But don't overdo it on the first 2 laps. If you brake this hard, this soon on the first 2 laps, you will probably spin out there. So be gentle and safe on it. Full brake, bleeding off the brakes. And in the middle of the corner, picking it up, playing with the throttle to steer the car around. Got on the brake real quick. Washed out a little bit too far, to be honest. Clipped this curb. And I kept this one very tight. You see me braking again pretty hard and bleeding it off. I kept it close, and in the middle of the corner, I suddenly picked it up because the track is widening out here on the left. You go to the right here, and you can shortcut this a little bit. So I'm not even lifting that, I'm not even braking that much, I'm just more lifting in it. Because the curb which you hit will do the braking for you and will slow you down. So try to be on just the left of the yellow line, which is there. You don't want to be over it. If you over it, then you'll get a slowdown. Believe me, I tried it. It is horrendous. So hit this curb on the inside. Try to get that wheel on the right. And you see you wobble a bit and wash out to the left, but it's still fine. You still gain time on it. And here again, this is a turn, a right-hander getting up to the straight. The brake marker of here, there's not a good brake marker here, so this got to be done on gut feeling. Again, pretty hard, bleeding off the brake, playing with the brakes a little bit. Turn in, but again, don't turn in too soon, and don't, this is the thing, don't go on the throttle too soon. It looks like you can go earlier, but you can't. If you do, you will have to lift off going up towards the straight, so be very gentle on it, and even wait more than you think you should wait. Go on the throttle, wash out to the left, and you got a straight line in it. Oh, this is a lap on Okayama. As the last couple of times I said, just PM me on Discord. If you have any questions, I can share the telemetry. The track temps were 28 degrees, if I remember correctly. So a little bit colder than the officials, I think. I think the officials on 30 degrees or something. Might be just fluctuating in the temperature. I hope you enjoyed this one. Any questions, just PM me. And I hope to see you guys later. Alright, cool.